Hello, everybody. Focus. And welcome to another exciting episode of 16-Bit Gym. Today, we had a special treat for ourselves in a thrift store in a town called Herentals. I don't know how you pronounce it in English. There was this game event, which means that they sold all their game stock. And they had one PS1 set up with the Rayman game. So that's what they call a game event these days. There wasn't a lot of retro. Well, there was a lot of retro from the PS2 until PS3 era, of course, but not a lot of cartridge-based retro. My buddy Martin, who lives close by, he went to Scout already on Friday. I will show you the pictures here because I didn't tape. Marta was there early, so he was second in line. And when I arrived 5 minutes before opening, I just scooted on over next to him. There was also a famous local reseller there who has a lot of games, of course. He's a reseller. But I mean, we were like, fuck, we're first in line for the retro stuff. But honestly, except for the four of us, I don't think a lot of people were there into retro. There was this loose NES console for 75 with cables and everything, and nobody even picked it up. There was an N64, they asked 100. It was still there at the end. Well, at the end, an hour after opening. I mainly went because there was a stash of Sega games that we don't know the titles of because Martin couldn't flip through them the day before. So I can't not go then if they're Sega games. Sadly, it were all titles I already had, but still I picked some out. I'll show you those first. These were actually taken by the reseller first, but I gotten a hold of all the loose Sega games and all the N64 games. So the things he didn't want, he gave to me, and I gave most of the N64 stuff to him. I actually only picked up one of the N64 games, which was Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Why did I buy this one? I don't think I have it already, and it was expensive. It was 15 euros, but you can flip it for 50. So if I have it double, I can sell it. And the other loose game I really shouldn't have picked up, but I can't leave a copy of Hellfire behind. I already have two boxed copies of this game, and I recently sold my 3 loose copies for I think 15 euros a piece. So I paid 10 for this. So resale wise, it doesn't make any sense at all to pick it up. But it's a disease. I just can't leave this game behind. Otherwise, this was probably the most uncommon game cartridge for me personally. I already have a copy, but I think my copy is not really in the best of shape. This one is pristine. I mean, it looks fresh out of the store, and I just wanted it. To be honest, 10 euros is actually, I think, a decent deal. And if my copy is in worse shape, it's most likely is, I will flip that one and keep this one and make my 10 euros back, of course. Another one was Jurassic Park, also already in the collection, but also same story. No manual, but the game and the cartridges are in pristine shape. So probably this will end up also in my collection. Then this one I definitely bought to flip. Batman Rise of Zin 2, 3 euros. It's a pretty expensive game. The PS2 shelves were almost empty by the time I got to them, and this was still there. So no shame for me. Another one to flip is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. In Secret Chamber. Also bought this nostalgia-wise because it's originated from Intertoys, a store I worked for 3 or 4 years. Was my first job. But this one is also a cool 10 euros. So, yeah, I just like flipping a little bit on Vinted, which is a Dutch, Belgian, French website. So, yeah. Otherwise, the main reason I came there is because my son and I are playing the Skylanders games at the moment. And holy moly, did they have a lot of Skylanders. I also saw they were all priced at €1 a piece. Well, the price over there. So I told my son, go to town, take whatever you want. And I said in the end, if you can fill up this bag, please do. These were 35 Skylanders and some extra weapons and vehicles. So, I mean, it's not popular anymore, I know, but my son really loves playing it. I love playing it. We can play it co-op. I will do a B-roll footage of all the figures separate because I'm not gonna show 35 Skylanders. But honestly, I do think these look so cool. But yeah, it's crap, I know, but it's the good kind of crap. Another thingy I really wanted, also 35 euros, is this 2DS, which is in good shape, no scratches on the screen. It works. I just turned it on. And yeah, I never had one. I always wanted to try. Oh man. But I don't think the quality of the screens is that great. I once had those foldables to the XL, and I also thought the same thing. Like, oh man, I forgot how annoying a 3DS menu is. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. I definitely gonna play. I put my Andro Dunas 2 cartridge in there, which I haven't touched yet since buying it, and definitely gonna play it on this one, just for the lols, of course. Also, well, I'll do the online pickups later. So after that, we went to a record store really close by. I don't know how you pronounce this. You can scan the QR code and then you have the opening hours. That's pretty sweet that they actually have like the how you say this, the store gift card on a small vinyl. Q Senia is the name of the store, and I picked up some new wave albums. I could have probably spent there another like hour, but my son was really saying, "Oh, let's go home." So yeah, I just perused the pop music and the new wave, and then picked out some albums. Martha and the Muffins, Dance Park. I don't know this album, but at €8 and it's in very good condition, I decided to pick it up. What you're currently listening to is Spares of Destiny, Grapes of Wrath. I just liked how everything looked here, and it was new wave, so I decided to pick it up. And yeah, the last one is a band I do know, Fashion Fabric, but basically you don't see a lot of these new wave records around, so for €6, I thought, why not? Up. And then this was a thrift store find from yesterday. Battle of the Planets. It's an audio book on vinyl in Dutch. So yeah, I don't know, but it was just Battle of the Planets, so I had to pick it up for €2. Then let's get to online purchases. I recently discovered this awesome Turkish band, and apparently their merch store is based in Holland, so that's not too far away. And the albums were 25 a piece, which is also pretty reasonable to me. And the music is just awesome, so I picked up Elton Gun Gece and Elton Gun Yol. I don't understand any of the lyrics, of course, but the music is just great. Look them up on YouTube or Spotify. And I also, because I was ordering, picked up the t-shirt for the last album. So, because it's a cool t-shirt. T-shirt. Another online pickup is Kudzu, which was a Kickstarter I backed, which it looks like a really awesome game, Zelda-like, but with plants and plant growing. So that's kind of my thing. I like plants. But I'm kind of disappointed by this release because the release itself is like a pretty Chinese bootleggy style and quality. The cartridge itself is just one of those, like the same ones I got in the 90s as bootleg games, so it feels really flimsy. The instruction booklet also is, well, it's color printed, but it just feels not right, you know. And I think for a €50 Kickstarter, you can do better. It came with a lot of goodies, but I don't want those goodies, you know. I just want a quality game product. Postcards, stickers, a poster, and which is cool, some pins, but honestly, just give me a quality game, of course. What else did we get? Well, that's it. I'll give you guys a nice B-roll of all the Skylanders that I get. And after this, you'll see the footage of my hunt in Waterloo, which was also this week because, I had to be there for work. So check it out and catch you guys later. Bye. Hello fellas, as you saw in the little intro, I went to another Pele Mele store. This one is in Waterloo, where Napoleon was defeated. I basically never come here, this is the second time. Why? Because it's very far away from me. And the first time I went here, I actually had a car accident. Like people, there's not a lot of parking, everybody does everything with their car, so it's always an insane hunt and chase for parking, so yeah. I don't really like this region, even though basically if I would have come with a bike, it would have been perfectly fine. It's been years since I last went here, and the first time I was here, I actually also didn't find quite a lot. So this time I did find some stuff. First up is a Mega Drive game called Space Invaders 90. It's loose, but it was only €10, and I basically know nothing about this. I fear it's just Space Invaders with better graphics, but who knows, it might be fun. Another one for the Virtual Boy collection. Quickly closing in on the games that I want. Galactic Pinball. They had actually 2 copies of this, a Japanese and this one, the American version, but this one has like the little cartridge sleeve, and they were both priced at the same price, so I took this one. Box only, without manual. Primal Rage on the SNES. This was actually the very first SNES game I ever bought, already secondhand, like in 1999 or something, or 98 maybe. Like I paid like €1 for it back then. But it's also one of those games that I sold off when I was shifting towards Legos in 2006, so always regretted it, of course. €15. And my copy also didn't have a manual. Another game called Etat, Bob, German version, but it's actually a pretty fun platformer shooter game. It's complete. The box is, however, sadly very scruffy. Somebody even ripped off like the original price sticker and then colored it back in with like a black marker, but I guess it adds to the charm. And for €20, I don't know. Oh, man. Is the manual? Yeah, the manual. I don't think I have it on the Mega Drive for sure, but I don't think I have it on the SNES. So Bob, practical purchase. Didn't have SCART cable for the Wii. Always one, of course. So now I got one, €8. And then I got some vinyl. Like more and more I'm shifting my interests towards vinyl, not because I dislike video games, but more because I just have everything I want. So, and music wise, there's still a lot to discover, like this band. I was just drawn to the art style of the vinyl and the cover, and I listened to it online and I liked it a lot, so I bought it. This one was cheap, I believe, 14. I think you really can't read these people's handwriting on the price labels. Impossible. Love the Picture Boys. Adore. Ooh, that's one will never come off again. It's really glued to the cellophane. Introspective. Yeah. I don't know if this is I think it's an album or a sequel to an album or something. I don't know anymore. They have so many records, but it was €8, so, and I didn't have it yet. Boy George. I only know him from Culture Club, of course. But hot damn, look at this artwork. Yeah. I hope it's good. No idea. His pants are open. Somebody should tell him that. He's on a picture with his pants open. And then I've also been more and more into like world music and things like that. So listen to it on YouTube while perusing the store, and I liked it. So Akani de Alawiye Orin, Akani Ashin Animash, and his Apala group. There you have it. This is like typical Sunday afternoon record. Put on some good vibes while chilling with the kids. So yeah, that's it for the Waterloo Pele Mele. Actually, it's quite nice out. So there's also a comic book store, but I really had to head back to work. So catch you all later. Bye. Woo! Quickly, 2 more thrift stores. Just put out a brand new stack of games at the bins, so I picked some stuff up. Another code R. This one is for resale because it's actually a €20 game. Might be that my copy is way crappier than this one, so might need to upgrade. Wii Sports, same story. Might be an upgrade. Definitely a resell. Strangely enough, the Wii games were in excellent shape. Normally that doesn't happen. I picked up 2 360 Skylander games. Sadly, these are not upgradable to the Xbox One, but I figure maybe I get a 360 portal, just hook it up when we finish the one we are playing right now. Superchargers, we can start with one of those. And then in Conti, another thrift store, I found thing I was looking. Sometimes it's crazy, like, you know, I was thinking, I started playing with my Apple IIc, and I started playing with my XA68000, so I needed some floppy disk. And what do you know? Brand new packs, €2.20 a piece, 40 floppy disks all available for me to use, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if this brand TDK, it's apparently made in France. I thought it was Japanese, but oh yeah, it's a Japanese corporation, but these are made in France anyway. I don't know if they're any good or not, but we'll see. Somebody bought them on sale like a million years ago. You can still see the tag. It says minus 30% off. And then again, under the current price of $220, it's like minus 50% off. So somebody had bought an entire stack of discs back in the day and never used them. That's how it goes. So that's it for me, guys. Catch you guys later. Bye.